Hello everyone, this is Nilu and welcome to my channel where I share tutorials and tips for web developers. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced coder, there is something here for everyone to learn. Okay, let's code, learn and grow together. In this video I'm going to show you many of the tags in HTML that are very useful for us. Actually, we can say that those tags that are very used while we code. Okay, first we have to make an HTML file here. I made it before, and press exclamation mark and then hit tab, and now I have the default tags that are used for the HTML. Let's just get rid of these ones and have just simple default HTML tags. The first one is the HTML, and this called the attribute and its value, which means the language, and the language is English. And in the HTML tag we have two other tags, the head tag and the body tag. The head tag is for those tags that don't have any content in the web page. What do I mean by content? For example, let's open my HTML tag. This is what we have in here, and as you see, I wrote document in here, but we cannot see this document in the page. The document is located in upper side of the page, and it is the name of the page. For example, if I want to change it to tutorial HTML, now the name just changed. So it is for those content which are not part of the which are not part of our page. They are not visually available, it's better to say. Okay, now I have a div. For example, div is one of the tag which is very useful, and most of the developers use these tags. It's just it means division, and it doesn't have any a visually effect on our page. It just gets the class, and by having the class we can have some style for that div, and it is a block level tag, which means that it takes all of the line. Let me just add some style in here. Okay, we already have the style, and for the styles and I have made another video, which in that video I explain about the grid and how to make the layout using grid. These styles are just from that video. You can watch that video in order to figure out the styles and the grid and how to use for making layout using grids. Okay, one of the another tag which I already said that in the head tags we have those tags which are not visually available in our page. Its name is link, and it's one single tag, and it has some attribute which its name is rel, and the value of this attribute is style sheet. Another one is href, which means that it refers to the style file that we have. For example, in here it has styles.css. As you see that in VS Code it just gives us the suggestion for our file. Okay, now you can see that this is a grid container class which I already um, implemented in the CSS file. And as you see, it's a block container. Div is a block level tag, which means that it takes all the line, not just simple line. For example, if I change it to a span, okay, nothing happened because I already had some style in here. Let's change it to a style and have some background color red. Okay, and in this I have something I wrote. You can see that it's a span, so it doesn't take all the line of the page. If I change it to div, now I have the full line of the page. It is called the block level tag, and the span is inline level tag. Okay, so just back to the previous changes that we have. Okay, now I want to have a header. Header is a tag which is for the accessibility, and we can have our header of our page in the header tag. And also I have a class implemented in here, and I have h1 tag for having my header name, my website, for example. And these tags have h1 to h6, and h1 is the one that has the biggest size of the font, and if I change it to h6, for example, now I have the smallest size of the font, and it is used for implementing the header. Okay, the next things that I want to show you is the nav bar. Nav bar is a navigation bar which is always on top of our website, and we can have it while we go to different page of the website. So I add a class name. Its name is nav, and in the nav part I have an unordered list. What does an unordered list means? Unordered list means that I have a list which doesn't have order. For example, it doesn't have 1, 2, 3, 4 orders. It just contains some item, and the priority of these items are not very important for us. So in unordered list I have li, which is for list item, and in the list item I have an anchor tag, which is for the for making a content as a link. Let's write something here. For example, this is the home, and for the home I have a href, and wherever I want to go by clicking on the home, I have to write it in here. In here I write a hashtag home, which will be discussed in just 2 minutes after I implemented all the items that I want to have. Okay, for example, this one is about, and this one is services, for example, and I have a hashtag services for this one, services. And another one is contact, for example. Contact, and I have hashtag contact. And another one is gallery, and I have hashtag gallery in here. And the last one is table. By clicking on this, you can see that in the URL part of our website I have these hashtags, but nothing happened as I click on it. For having them to for example, go to the specific part of the page, we have to have attribute ID for that specific item that I'm going to show you in just some minutes after implementing a site. Another tag is a site, which its name means that it is side of our website, and it can contain several things. For example, some useful links. For example, we can have our GitHub link available in our sidebar and this. So let's add the class name. Its name is sidebar. And another one is h2 tag for the header of this sidebar, for example. As you can now see that I have this sidebar in here, and I have a p tag. In p tag I can have a paragraph or something. I can say this is a sidebar content, something like this. And another tag that I want to show you is the section tags. In section tag we can have different sections, which it's somehow like div, and we can have this one for a readable code, because as we can have section, we can have more readable code, and also it is good for the accessibility. And I have h3, for example, in here. As you can see that h1 was the biggest one, h2 the second biggest one, and h3 is smaller than h2 and h1. For example, I have a quick links in here, and again I have an unordered list in here, and list item, and in the list item I have a tag, which is, for example, Google, and I have href in here, and something like www.google.com in here. And if you want to open this on the another tab of the page, you can just add target attribute, and as you can see that VS Code gives us different value suggestion, and I use the blank. By clicking on this, you can see that this www.google.com, which was not very written correctly. Let's just add some HTTPS before that, and have another try now that it is the 4th of July also, and you can see that the doodle of the Google is related to 4th of July. Okay, another item that I want to add, let's just close this sidebar of the VS Code, is, for example, GitHub. I can just copy that and paste in here and change this to GitHub and this also to GitHub. Okay, these are now my quick links. Another one is the main tag. Now I have the header one, the nav bar, the sidebar, and now I want to have main content, which is in the main tag. In the main tag I want to have different sections. One section, actually I'm going to have sections like the nav bar. I have 6 items in my navbar, so I am going to have 6 section in my main part. Now we can find out what does that hashtag means in the href attribute. Okay, and the first section is called a home, so I can have id is equal to home, and the home is small actually. Okay, and in a home section, for example, I'm going to have h2 tag, and its name is home as a header, and I have a p tag as a paragraph, and I want to write some welcome to my website. And after that we can, for example, have an image with img tag, which is a self-closed tag, and in that I want to have a src as a source of the image and alt as a alternative, which means that if the image is not loaded, we can just show the name of this alternative. And also it is good for the accessibility for those softwares which read the website. For those who cannot see, for those users who cannot see, it is good because it reads the alternative. So for example, here I want to have an image of a panda, and this is the link of the address link of the pandas. And what else? Let's just maybe actually it's not good to have this image with this width and height, so let's change the width to 100 pixel and height to 100 pixels, something like this. Maybe just width. Okay, and a little bit yeah, this one is better. So we just have this width in order to just make the website clear to see, because as you saw that without this width we had this huge image which just made our sidebar away. So I put this width of 300 pixels. Okay, and what else do we need to have? We have another section, its name is about. I have id is equal to about, and in the about file also I have h2 tag, which is about. And what else? I have a p tag, which this is an about section, for example. And what else we need to have? We have another item in our navbar, which is services, for example, we can have id is equal to services, and with this I am also have h2 tag as services, and we can say that we offer these services, and again an ordered list, or maybe ordered list this time. Ordered list, we have 1 2 3, for example, services, and li, as you see that ordered list have 1 2 3 in here. Oh, okay, for example, this is the service 1, this is the service 2, this is the service 3. Okay, next I have a section which its name is content. So I have an id is equal to contact. Okay, and what else we need to have? We have again h2 tag, its name is contact. Okay, and I want to have a form in here because by having a form I can ask the user to fill the form and send it to me. So this is a very simple form that I'm going to write. Okay, let's just put an action here equal to nothing, because as we want to have action and submit things, we need to have access to the backend part, which now we just need to know not anything about the HTML part, so I put this as an action. So actually it is nothing to happen by having this action. We have a label for, and it is name. For is equal to the name of the input that we want to have. For example, the first one is name, and I have the label as this one, and for this label I have this input, and also input is again a self close tag. I have type as text, I have id as name, and name as name, which this for is has to bind with this name. By clicking on the name, actually I can see that this input is selected, but I think that if I change it to something like this, MME, now that I am clicking on this little name, but it is not clickable for the input, but now it is clickable. Okay, after name I want to ask the user to add its email, and it is going to be email, but this one is name. Okay, and here I have also the type of this email is going to be email. This is some built-in types for the inputs, and also I want a label called message. Okay, message. And also the input can be text area, because I want to have more than some words. Text area. And again, the ID and the name for this should be message and name. Can have no ID actually, but the name is important. Message. This is the text area that we have. It's larger than the input ones that we already had. Also a submit button. The submit button is the button that we want to hit for just having our form submitted. Its type is submit, and the value, which means the content, that the text that appears on the button, can be submit or something else. Okay, this is the submit one, and as I click on it, this action happens, which now we don't have the action, so we just leave it like this. Okay, another section that we have is the gallery. I have ID is equal to gallery. Okay, I think that up to now we can have we can see the hashtag things that we had in our nav bar. As I said, that we put this hashtag is equal to the ID that we had. By clicking on the for example on the gallery, we'll go to the parts that we have the gallery and these things. So actually scroll to the gallery. Okay, for the gallery part, I want to have again h2 tag for having the name of the gallery, and also I have a video, and I have we can just leave it alone. And in the video tag, I have to have a source, which is again a self close tag, and src is source of the video, which I already had a sample.mp4 for this, and the type is video /mp4. Okay, and also some browsers cannot display this video. I think that I have a mistake in here, so because of that, yeah, is everything okay? Video source is okay, yes. Why we cannot see it in here? Let's add controls. Okay, this was the attribute controls that need to be here, and I have this little source in here, but why we cannot see this? This is the source, and I don't know why we cannot see this source things. Okay, this is source and this is the type. Let's just refresh it. Maybe no, it's not working. Okay, what do we have now? we have h2 tag, we have video, we have source, which is src, sample mp4, and we have the type, which is okay. Here I forgot the type needs to be with, not with, it's just video. I forgot the O, so it is like this. And also I can have a width in width of 300 pixel. It's not working. I think I need to have this on the video part. Maybe yeah, now it is a video like this. We can play it, and it is something, I don't know, it was just a sample video. I just downloaded from the website. Okay, and also some as I said, sometimes the browsers cannot display some tag, so we can have your browser doesn't support the video tag. And another one is the audio. Also we can have audio in here. The audio is just like video. Audio is like video. We need controls attribute, and the src in here is sample.wav, sample.wav, and the type is audio, and it is WAV. Doesn't support audio tag, so I have the audio in here, which can be played. Okay. Up to now, what we have the home part, about part, service part, contact, gallery, and when we click on the gallery, for example, it goes to this part to show me the gallery. And the last part is going to be the table tag. So I have id is equal to table. I have my h2 tag, which is table, and in table I have a table tag, and I have a t head for the header of the table, and for the header I have a row, which is t row, tr, and for each of the each of the row I have 3 columns, and I can have it like th, and so I have 3, for example, item for the header, so it is going to be header 1, header 2, header 3. Okay, these are the header. And also the table has table body, which is t-body, and in the t-body I have my data. So I have 3 row, for example, tr, 4 row, 5 row, no difference. And for each of the row in here, instead of th I have td, which means table data. So it is data 1 and data 2, data 3. Okay, so I have my first row, okay, my second row, my third row. So I have these rows. So we had table tag, it contains t head antibody, and each row is tr, and each data of the header of the table is th, and data of the another part of the table is td. Okay, and the last tag that I'm going to tell you about is the footer one. Footer is the footer of the page, and it can have class is equal to footer. Now we can see the footer, and I have a p tag in here. I have ampersand copy, which gives me this little sign here, and for example 2024 developer. Okay, please subscribe and like if you like this video, and support my channel. I'm just the beginner of the YouTube things, and I really like to make different contents in this space. Please subscribe, and also ask your questions in the bottom. Thank you so much.